like to introduce to you Sacramento's own Assemblymember Dave Jones, representing Mar Monte. Assemblymember Jones has been a tireless supporter in many ways to maintain health care access in California, for Californians, including authoring Planned Parenthood's Parent-Child Communications Bill in 2007 to promote family communication. As a strong supporter, he was a recipient of Planned Parenthood's Advocate for Access Award. Just a little aside story, I used to live in Sacramento, and many, many years ago I was out on a weekend gardening in my front yard, and somebody walked down my driveway and introduced himself as Dave Jones, and that he was running for the Assembly. Well, so far so good. But he followed it up with, "And Mary, aren't you active with Planned Parenthood?" So we then have been friends ever since then, but partially, you know, it isn't just being a good vote. It isn't just being a good leader. With this Assembly member, we have somebody who lives the principles of Planned Parenthood. So please join me in welcoming Assemblymember Dave Jones.
Thank you very much, and I picked the right driveway to walk down that day. Thank you all for coming to Sacramento, and those of you in the region, thank you as well for taking time out of your make sure I'm holding. Thanks for taking time out of your busy lives to advocate for Planned Parenthood and the services it provides to so many Californians. It's my great pleasure to carry your legislation and to advocate here in the legislature and across California for women's reproductive health. Thank you last year for supporting my legislation which banned price discrimination against women in the pricing of health insurance products. Now, we were not only successful in getting that legislation passed, but with your help we got the governor to sign it, and now it's not only law here in California, but it was included in the national health care reform legislation as well. So thank you very, very much. You know, as chair of the Budget Subcommittee on Health and Human Services, I'm proud to stand with you in fighting to protect the Family PAC program, which helps so many women across California, and also fighting to protect as well Every Woman Counts, which is a program which fills a critical need by providing for breast and cervical cancer screening to low-income, uninsured women. We're going to have a big fight in the budget this year. We're going to need your help. And as you're talking to legislators, make sure they know the importance of continued funding for both of those programs so we can continue to provide those services here to Californians. Now, I'm also on another quest, and that's a quest to restore the Office of Insurance Commissioner to one that is a consumer activist office and one that fights for women's reproductive health. And we're going to have an opportunity to implement the national health care reform. And you know there's some language in that health care reform which hurts women. But we'll have a chance, and I hope that I have a chance as your insurance commissioner to work closely with you to make sure as we set up the insurance exchange and we implement that national health care reform legislation that we protect a woman's right to choose. We protect access to abortions and reproductive health. And we make sure that all women in California have a right to insurance, and insurance that includes full and comprehensive benefits, including women's reproductive health benefits. Thank you very much.